What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be putting a oil pressure sensor in the RV, and we're also going to be taking the rear bumper off because the rear bumper is pretty ugly, and we're also going to be adjusting the tune a little bit. I'm going to see if I can get it to rev to at least 2,000 because right now we can do about 1,500 and then the AFR gets all messed up. So we're going to see if we can get to at least 2,000. Fuck you. I'm going to see if I can get the car to rev to about 2,000. Right now we can do about 1,500 and then it sort of breaks up because the ignition table is all messed up too. So we may or may not be able to do that, but we're going to adjust it and see if we can get it to rev to at least 2,000. So here's the oil pressure sensor right here. It's the ECUmaster, the 10 bar pressure sensor. It can be used for oil or fuel pressure, doesn't matter. In order to install that, we need to get this piece here. It is an adapter to go right there on our oil filter relocation plate. So I'm going to start with the wiring first for it. The pressure sensor uses 3 wires. It actually has a pin out right there. It's a signal, ground, and 5 volts. We're going to use right here our 5 volt supply, number 26, on the black connector. And we're going to use the sensor ground, number 39 or 38, doesn't matter. And then we are also going to be using analog 1 for the signal. For these pressure sensors, you can use any of the 6 analog inputs for the signal wire. In the future, I'd also like to get one for fuel pressure, because the only way I can tell what my fuel pressure is by looking at the gauge there. And because that's in the engine bay, I can't see it when I'm up there, so I need to make sure that fuel pressure is always good, so it'd be nice to have it on my dash. That's not as important as oil pressure right now, so we're going to be getting the oil pressure one in first. So now I have to put the wires in the plug, and then we have to pin the wires to the ECU plugs. So this comes with everything that you need to pin the plug. It comes with the plug itself, right there. These little seal things to put on the wire, so I guess it makes it a waterproof seal. It comes with the pins here, and also this little guy that goes on the back of the plug to help keep the wires in. Now I have our plug. Putting this on was such a pain in the ass. I re-tapped the threads multiple times on them, but when I first put it on, I guess I messed up the first couple threads in here, so then it made it harder, but we did get it, and we put this on that comes with the sensor, this turbo seal. But I think that we're going to be good. I put some water in there and nothing came out around the threads, so I think we'll be fine. Also, don't forget that O-ring, that black O-ring right up there, because if you do, then oil is going to leak through there and that's not going to be good. Now I have our oil pressure sensor plug all wired in. It's going straight to the ECU and the 3 pins that I told you guys earlier. So now we can do the part that I have been dreading, is actually putting this in, because I have been running the car, and I know for a fact that oil is going to be in there because we've had an oil leak on our oil cooler line, and it goes through the oil filter relocation plate, so there's definitely oil there. So I'm gonna get some rags, and then we'll pop that guy off right there, and then as quickly as we can, we'll throw this one on. So yeah, there was for sure oil in there. Wow, it came out, I don't know, I don't know what I was expecting really. I knew it wasn't gonna like shoot out, but I wasn't sure like how much was actually in there, and we have oil, boys. We have oil. But now we've got our pressure sensor on, so now we can just plug it in and then just turn the car on, and then we can monitor our oil pressure. So the car is running right now, you can probably hear that, but we got our oil pressure sensor all programmed and good to go. I had a little issue with it because for some reason it still wasn't working. So to program it, you have to go to sensor setup, and then you have to go to parameters here, and then that will give you this page, and then under oil pressure sensor input, you have to choose the input on here, and I already renamed it oil pressure, but I accidentally used analog input number 4 instead of 3 because they're right next to each other, but that doesn't matter because we got nothing on that channel anyways. So now we've got oil pressure selected, and it's giving us our oil pressure. So we're at 25.4 psi.
5 psi. at idle.
25.4 psi. at idle. 25.4 psi. at 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 25.4 p
the next day.
So, we ran out of gas. That's gonna be a problem. So, let's run to the gas station and pick up some gas. And it'll be nice because this gas will be new instead of old gas like what I've been running on. So hopefully the motor runs better. All that fucking gas station had was little bullshit 1 gallon jerry cans. So we're gonna try another one because I want to get at least a 2 gallon one because I want to spend $15 and get a 1 gallon fucking jerry can. That's like pointless. Like I need 2 gallons. Like come on. We got it, boys. We got a 2 gallon jerry can for cheaper than the fucking 1 gallon they had over at that fucking Arco. So now you can go fill the 240 up with some nice new gas, and hopefully this lasts a good amount, just enough to dyno day. But I don't know, we got some big injectors and we're starting to be able to rev the car higher, so this might go faster than I need it to. She sounds so fucking good. Oh my god, dude, that was to 4K both times, and the AFR stayed between around 13.8 and 14.7, anywhere in there. It was more towards 14.7 most of the way. There was a couple that were around high 13s, low 14s, but most of them were mid 14s. So there's still some tweaking to do, and for some reason when it comes off the revs, it kind of it leans out and then it gets super rich and then it leans out again and then it goes back to normal, like kind of fast. That's why it's weird. I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to tuning, so I don't know why it's doing that. But I do think that something's wrong with the ignition table because it's all one number, and I don't think they're supposed to be all one number because my fuel table was all one number, and I know for sure the fuel table is not supposed to be all one number. So before I end the video, let's take the back. So before I end the video, let's take the rear bumper off the 240 because look how ugly it is. Just this is all bad. This looks like foam, but it's not. And this is what I mean by it sticks out. Like look at that. That's ugly. So bad. So we're gonna get rid of that. So to take this bumper off, there are one, two, and then there's another one down there. They're all 10s, 3 there, 3 on that side, as well as under these 2 grommets, there's 2 14mm. Those ones too. And then the bumper will fall off. Cool, so we got that shitty bumper off. When you take it off, remember to disconnect your license plate lights. I had already cut them, and then I just had to feed the wire for my rear camera through there. So we'll have to remount that. That's not a big deal though. We're not gonna do this now, but the plan is to clean all that up, sand it down, cover these 2 holes, and fucking bedline it. And then we'll have a bash bar, probably a Street Faction one that's got the license plate mount. Because I'm going with the Street Faction bash bar, I'm going to keep these bolts that went in there because those are the ones that hold the bash bar on. Right here. They hold both of those on. So we'll keep that. Then once we get the bash bar, then we can mount it. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did. Comment down below how fucking good does this motor sound, because I think it sounds just fucking amazing. Like, I can't wait to hear the blow-off valve and the wastegate open and all that cool stuff, but we're not there yet, so we'll get there. Don't worry, we're gonna be on the dyno pretty soon. And then hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.